Jay-Z, and then of course Solange. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and put this here. All right. So Nicki Minaj been going crazy on Twitter, right? Going crazy on every platform that would hear her speak over her issues with Jay-Z. Got my notes right here. She been going crazy over her issues with Jay-Z. And I had to look into, okay, why is she so mad at Jay-Z? She's talking about she ain't being paid her money. This, that, and the third. Like, what is it? So here's the thing. Remember Tidal, right? That music app that, you know, Jay-Z tried to get all of us to sign up for. I remember, I think I had Sprint at the time, because now they sold to T-Mobile. I remember I had Sprint, and I remember, like, I got my Tidal subscription for free, I think, and then at one point, you know, I think I had like my student discount, which was like $3.99, something like that. It was a different time, okay? Anyway, with that being said, they got everybody to go over there to Tidal and remember, like, Rihanna signed and Nicki signed to have a little stake in a company or whatever. So Nicki says that she signed to get a 3% stake. Once the company sold, Tidal sold to a company named Stock for $302 million, right? Nicki says she only ever received. Hold up. Only ever received $1 million from Tidal, and that's it. But 3% of $302 million is actually $9 million. So nonetheless, she been dragging Jay-Z for the longest. She done started dragging Beyonce. She going in on everybody. Let me tell you something. Jay-Z has always been somebody that's a little crooked. Just ask Damon Dash. So I don't think Nicki is necessarily lying. Do I think Nicki is in need of some money? Yeah, I think everybody needs some money right now. And I think that when your money ain't exactly right, or you ain't where you think you should be, you start double checking stuff. You start going back to stuff. You start looking through contracts again. And I think that you already, Nicki, and just keeping it real with you, you're really not happy. I think that you're not happy because Wayne didn't get picked for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And you was blaming Jay-Z for that, and he was blaming Jay-Z for that, and Wayne got up there with them decrepit dreads and looking like he was halfway in the grave and half out. I mean, y'all got Wayne up there looking like the motherfucking crypt keeper. And you don't wonder why he wasn't picked to perform at the Super Bowl, as if Wayne was ready for the Super Bowl. Wayne understood what Wayne had to say since 2009. And nigga, we in 2025 now. When that album that Wayne put out is absolute garbage, we didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know what he was talking about. He tied and through and very delayed. He want to live in his own little world and fly them overweight white women in and out. Let Wayne and them dreads and them drugs stay over there where the hell he at. It is what it is. And if y'all really cared about Wayne, y'all would go wheel his ass into a rehab and not watch him smoke and drink and perk himself to death. That's what y'all would do if y'all would really care. You all online dragging Beyonce and Jay-Z when you need to be dragging your mentor, you need to be dragging your buddy into a motherfucking rehab, because there's something wrong with that nigga. Don't come for me, Lil Regine, you and them ill-fitted clothing, don't come for me neither. Call your daddy and call Betty Ford. All right? But is there some truth to this shit? It might be. It might be. I ain't gonna hold you. It might be. What I'm saying? Wayne need a brown paper bag. Shit, Jay-Z do too, low key, but Jay-Z got his paper together. These other people don't. Now, with all that being said, right? Because matter of fact, while we talking about you, nigga, let's talk about this. That last Pink Friday album was alright, but baby, that wasn't hitting. Is anybody gonna say that? Is anybody gonna say the Nicki that we got with the Pink Print and with Pink Friday and Roman Reloaded, and then the Pink, to me the Pink Print was the best album, and then Queen, I even love Queen, but Pink Friday too. I mean maybe that was for like the gay white boys. I don't know, but there was no substance, dear. There was none of that music that was timeless. We gonna keep it real. So the next time you waddle over there to this studio and you go make us an album, don't you bring us no bullshit. Come on now, let's be honest. It wasn't memorable. It was not you putting a pen to the pad. Not like you did with Queen, not like you did with Pink Print, Roman Reloaded, Pink Friday. None of you gave none of that. But the tour looked nice. And you sold out, and you had the decorations, and you had the dancers, because Lord knows your ass can't dance, but you was performing, though. I give you that. For what you can do, you were performing. It almost gave what Beyonce had you doing when y'all performed on stage together, because you had to bring your A game for her, because that's a motherfucking performer. Why you talking about her? Okay. And last but not least, and I love Nicki. Y'all know I'm a barb, but I gotta keep it real. Please don't fix your fingers to get online and talk about somebody's husband when your husband can't go near a school. Baby, you will never be able to have a sleepover at your house. Let me tell you something. When you marry somebody like that, you make it to where you can't never read nobody again, because already, bam. You can't even host a sleepover at your house. When your son starts participating in sports, his father can't even go to the games. What, you want to talk about Jay-Z? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But with that being said, you're now trying to get into the streaming game because ain't no more money in music like that. And like I said, Hollywood is dead. You know you got ties with Cashapp, so he'll put you on Twitch, or he'll get you over there with Aiden Ross on Kick. You know, either way. And I think that honestly, I think that you have the personality to do streaming. I think that you really have the personality to do a show. I think you're a little lazy, and that's why Cream Radio didn't take off. Hell, you only came on air once every 6 fucking months. I think you funny as fuck. I will tell you straight to your face, because I'm not going to kiss your ass. I don't give a fuck about getting no interview with your ass. I can play it on the iPod. I can tell y'all right now, I don't give a fuck about meeting none of these celebrities. I'm going to get the picture if I can. I'm going to get the interview if I can. But as far as like, I just got to be around them, baby, bitch, I'm the celebrity. Be clear. They really need us. That's my girl though. But you lazy. So if you gonna do it, do it. And I think you can make a huge bag. And I'm just saying. I just think if you're gonna do it. But nonetheless, you came for Beyonce, and that's where you fucked up. And you know Solange don't play about her sisters. So Solange posted these pictures to her Instagram and to her Instagram stories, and I want y'all to tell me what you see. Tell me what your eyes see, okay? From her Instagram page, as you see, that right there. Then she showed the water, okay? Okay. This got me right here. And she put that out there right there. Look, got the fruit offering. So her ancestors love oranges. Oh, dang.
You obviously were, practicing voodoo at one point. Yep. You were thinking about actually being a dual inducted warlock, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
I saw a tattoo of P. Diddy, and I think it was like a deity that people in voodoo worship, right? And a lot of people see the whole P. Diddy thing that's going on, and they don't understand how spiritual it is. and how a lot of people, you know, are in the occult that are in Hollywood. That's actually part of my testimony. But you were in a lot of these circles with celebrities, if I'm not mistaken, that were also doing this.
Yes, sir.
Can you name like any maybe people that are really popular where they've been in similar circles of that voodoo with you?
Yes, sir. So Solange Knowles, bro, I'll never forget it. I'm in New Orleans, and I'm with this warlock that's training me up. That's the one that was gonna dual induct me in Puerto Rico and in Haiti. So, you know, he's telling me, hey, you know, in October, crazy, in October, during Halloween time, don't celebrate Halloween.
Amen.
He's like, hey, we're gonna go to Puerto Rico and Haiti. Haiti first. You're gonna stay in the cemetery for a week.
Yeah.
You're gonna get inducted, you know, ordained or inducted, and then go to Puerto Rico, be dual inducted into voodoo and Santeria.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is my calling. I'm like kind of like not sure. At the time, I'm like, huh? He's like, yes, you know, you're Puerto Rican. This is your roots. This is your ancestors. All this stuff. And I'm thinking maybe, but then, bro, this is what like I believe like took my faith to the next level to believe it's true.
Yeah.
Is I'm in this little it's called a Botanica, like a little witchcraft store, like in New Orleans in the Cut, and I'm behind the register with him. The shrine, like the whole altar, all that stuff is behind that door. So, you know, I was in there earlier talking to him. I'm now behind the register. He's taking customers, just training me, discipling me. And you know, I see someone walk through the door. I look to my left. It's Solange Knowles.
Wow. Beyonce's sister.
Beyonce's sister, bro.
Wow.
Blood sister. And I'm looking like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, nah, this ain't Solange, bro. This ain't. And I'm looking, she's grabbing items. So she's grabbing like all these witchcraft items to purchase. And she's grabbing this item, grabbing this item. You got her boyfriend trailing her. This Trinidadian dude. He has these shades on. He's kind of like a little nervous. He's just like not really involved. I looked it up later. That actually was her boyfriend. I don't know if it still is. Remember when she dropped that album and went viral?
Yeah.
So this is right before this happened.
Wow.
Remember when she was like not even known, and then I don't know where she came out with the album and it just blew up.
Yeah.
And she got put on. Yeah. So this is right before all that happened. Wow. So I'm like, is this Solange Knowles? This can't be Solange Knowles. And I'm like, okay, this has to be. And I asked the guy, you know, the Santero, the warlock, is that Solange Knowles? He's like, yeah, she comes here all the time.
So casual.
And I'm just like, bro, are you serious? He's like, yeah, so many celebrities come here. We do rituals for her all the time. We do work for her all the time.
Bruh.
And she comes to the register, hey, how you been? Like, bro, like,
that's crazy.
like they're just, what's up? Like, how you been? She's like, yeah, I'm here for the week. You know, I wanted to come do some work. And like, are you busy? He's like, I actually am busy. I'm training him up. You know, I'll let you know. I'll hit you back. Let me just, you know, ring these things up for you, and I'll let you know. Like, so he's like deading her, or putting her to the back burner for me. So I'm feeling special. Yeah. I'm like, bro, this is Solange Knowles.
Yeah.
This is Beyonce's sister. This is this is Jay-Z's wife's sister. Wow. Like, and I'm thinking like, bro, this is my calling. And this is what he's, you know, after she leaves, he's like, this is actually what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing a lot of witchcraft. Wow. For big celebrities. And so the devil was trying to take what God wanted to do for me, what wanted me to do in the kingdom for the dark side. Yeah. Because now in the kingdom of God, I've met a lot of well-known people. I mean, you're one of them, you know, big platform coming from the world, you know, growing crazy. You're going to go way more viral in Christ. But like,
I receive it.
Like, but I, you know, how the Lord's used me to help you with discipleship, pray for you.
Lot.
Exactly. So like the devil was trying to use me for that, for the satanic side. And I thought, this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what piped me up to the next level, bro. Yeah. This is when I started doing rituals. Yeah. This is when I started taking the pineapples and money and putting it at street corners and doing all this weird witchcraft stuff. Yeah, yeah. You know, when people see those altars or all those things at street corners, I was one of those guys. Yeah. That thought that like I need to do this onto my deity as a sacrifice for protection.
And I knew about that because of you, because you did a teaching about that. Yep. I seen that when I was driving in Dallas at one of the intersections. Yep. A whole altar. Yep. I would have never known that was an altar if you never shared this with me as well. We also have Beyonce's ex-drummer who accused her of doing extreme witchcraft. There's something really weird that happens when a lot of these people are receiving awards. They're always saying, thank you for this award, but we're going to give credit to Beyonce. And the reason why they're doing that is because Beyonce is a master witch, right? She's like at the very top of the rank. And so she actually has all of these people in chains spiritually, right? And so if you look in their eyes, it's so weird. If you look at these clips, they're all extremely afraid of receiving honor for the award, and they always give it to Beyonce. Even Kanye West, the most viral moment, he takes the mic from Taylor Swift and he's like, I gotta give it to Beyonce, who is the greatest of all time. And that went viral because it was so weird. He literally snatched the mic from her. And that's because Beyonce is a master witch. She's like the ultimate Jezebel in the Hollywood industry. She's got all of these people on a leash. Yep. You can see the fear in their eyes when they're afraid to accept the award. People don't understand this is all spiritual. We're not making this up. We're not living in some fairyland. This is stuff that you're not being told. This is stuff that's being hidden from you. Because if you actually knew that these celebrities were witches and warlocks and worshiping Satan, you wouldn't buy their stuff anymore. Like that.
I'd like to read from Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. And therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. I encourage you to follow for more Christian-based content. God bless.
You obviously were practicing voodoo at one point. Yep. You were thinking about actually being a dual inductive warlock, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
I saw a tattoo of P. Diddy.
Somebody tell me what that is right there. That no. Cause I know y'all know. Somebody tell me what that is. Oh, yeah. I know one of Solange's witch doctors. I know she go into New Orleans and get her stuff and do her thing. And then she go back home. I know she ain't nothing to play with. Them hands ain't nothing to play with. And spiritually, she ain't nothing to play with either. They did. Listen. Then she put the pictures up, but then she gonna turn the comments off. Like what you turn the comments off? Come on now. What y'all see? Looks like Easter. Yeah, that's not a real altar. They done went to witch doctors to bury the Barbie, but I double back, kill bitches, bury the body. And that go for anybody. You'll be thoroughly sorry. I could wage war or I come in peace like Gandhi. All my powers back. I'm scared of zombies. Bring the heat to a sizzle. I ain't talking Kalanji. I done fasted and prayed. Had to cleanse my body. Abstaining for sex. Had to zen my body. I ain't giving, so don't ask. I don't lend my body. Got a being king status to get in my body. He got a being king status to get in your body. Fuck yeah, cause a queen is what I embody. Oh! What I tell y'all? I told you before. Anyway, best of luck. I think they're going to continue to throw subs at one another online. But this is just a hot ass mess. But Solange, stay out of that, cause your sister ain't always in the right.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.